Alright, what's up guys, this is DC with Megane Brigade. We have Jimmel Martin, and he did pretty well out of Springfest playing a relatively underdog deck. So Jimmel, what deck were you playing at Springfest?
I was playing the good old Musketeers.
Nectars. Alright, okay, let's get down to this deck profile.
Okay, so let me put this stride aside. Alright, so my starter was Broccolini Musketeer Kira. I like her a million times better than the one that came in set 17. I think she sucks. She has utility. If you don't get a grade 3, you can counterblast one and actually search for one out of the top 5. And if you do have a grade 3, well, she becomes an easy fodder for your Musketeer retirees. So, and the reason why I like her better than the card in set 17 is because in set 17, when you retire her, you have to be in Legion and counterblast one again to like look at 4. It's a waste. It's a waste of skill. So there's that. And then I'm gonna go to my triggers. I play 4 with the new crit trigger. Oh my god, this card's amazing. This card is so amazing. The fact that I wish this came out with Cecilia was like the main part of the build. Just to Superior Call Unflip 2 is so amazing. Yeah. And it does more work than the set 14 Antonio card. Or is it Antonio? No. The white Musketeer that on hit, unflip. Yeah, because now you don't have to worry about pressure. It just does it anyway. Yeah. It's amazing. Then I do 4 Daniels. A crit. It's really good. Yep. MVP trigger of the deck. Ernst. Stand triggers. They are so good. Standing is such a thing with this deck now, and the fact that you can recycle these. What's the skill? Its skill is counterblast 1 and put it in the bottom of the deck to look at the top 4 and search for a Superior Call Musketeer. Oh wow, that's amazing. Yes. So you can like stand, do extra pressure, and then put it back in the deck the next turn, get a better unit, clean up your field, and hopefully draw into it again, which is sick. Then after that, I play 4 heals for the Hanas, kind of mandatory. So no draw triggers? No draws. The Lotus Musketeer, it seemed cool when it first came out, just because you finally got all Musketeer triggers. However, the Gardenia Musketeer Allen effect of unflipping on top of the Ernst being able to Superior Call and fix columns is way too good. Plus, the deck build is really aggro, so instead of wasting on draw, which the deck can still do anyway, I just rather beef up the crits, and this deck has been working out pretty good. Very nice. So let's put the 1s away. I meant the 0s away. Now for the 1s. I play 2 of the quintets. How did it work out for you? Surprisingly, a lot better than I thought. I actually wanted to go 3 perfect guards, 1 quintet. However, during the gameplay at Springfest, the 2 quintets actually worked out. Especially because there were cards that I didn't want to pitch for the perfect guard. Yeah, definitely. And for some odd reason, I get a lot of 0s off of these. So, and they end up going back during the Legion turn, which is like great. Which, after that, I play 2 of the Antonio perfect guards, just to keep the consistency. For the rest of the ones, I play 3 Rebecca's. Old card from set 8, she's still really good. I used to play her at 4, but now that everything else is out now, I can cut 1, and it works really well. For those who don't know, her skill is on call, counterblast 1, retire another Musketeer. And look at the top 4, call. So, just like the stand trigger, it helps clean fields, all that good stuff. Let's see. This is a new addition to the deck, but I played 3 Snowdrop Musketeer Plicos. I used to run the 10k Beta Ruth, and I replaced her with these, and so far it's been working out really well in the deck. 1, because I can kind of search her out pretty easily by turn 3, and for a later card, she definitely helps make the deck even more aggro. And the last card, if you're a Musketeer player, you have to play these. Mirkas. Too good. No reason not to max out. If you're playing the deck, you shuffle every turn. You can shuffle literally every turn. So making her a 9K, it fixed one of the issues that Musketeers always had when it first came out, where it had a hard time hitting numbers, like decent numbers. This with an Antonio, this with an Augusto, 21. Like that just upped the guard game.
Yeah.
So,
columns are really good in this deck.
Oh yeah. Like that's the one thing I'm so happy that got fixed. Put the ones away.
Yeah, great twos.
The twos are pretty simple. 4 Cherry Blossom Musketeer, Gustos, 12K beater. The card everybody loves to hate when you see Musketeers.
Yeah,
still
definitely.
really good. I play 4 Sauls, the Legion mate. And this is where I get the draw power. Basically during Legion, I could take 3 normal Musketeer units, put it in the bottom of the deck and draw, which has been really, really good. And then also, what's amazing is if I stand, I get to do it again, which I've had quite a bit of good luck on that, where late game, I can like recycle about like 6 Musketeers, draw 2 on top of my twin drive. And then this card, which I originally did not like, and I have to give a shout out to John SP Midden for I learned the ways. Thank you, Butler. Panzer Musketeer Sylvia. I was playing her at 4, however, I really do want to see my 3s. So I cut 1 for another 3 that I'm gonna show like soon. And this card is so invaluable. The fact that deck is all Musketeers, you're always gonna +1 somewhere.
Yeah.
Whether it's a card you want or don't want, and if it's a card you want, great. If not, you have Musketeers that can clean it up, which is like cool. So just her on the field, top card, Mr. Musketeer call is sick. And now that everything is Musketeers, she's like live every time. So let's go to the 3s. This I've been playing it ever since it came out, but I played 4 Holly Musketeer Elvira's. I'm glad she was really cheap because it made it really easy to get her. But basically her skills, Limit Break, Counterblast 1. If I superior call any Musketeer, Counterblast 1, and she gets crit. Now that the Limit Breaker movers are in my deck, I can do that super early.
Yeah.
And in fact, during Game 6 against a Great Nature player, I crit rushed him so bad with Holly Musketeer, he never even got to crit 3. I superior called 2 units, had 3 crit on her, he had 2 damage, I drove check 1 crit, that was game. In the first 5 minutes, it was over.
That's ridiculous, dude.
Now that you can easily stack crits, people are going to drop guard on her early, and this is the card you want to run into early for so many reasons. Mainly for her second skill, because you can Soul Blast 1, pop another rear guard, Soul Blast 1, pop a rear guard, top 5, call. As long as it's a Musketeer. And the cool thing with this is...
Bluish Flames, dog. Bluish Flames.
Bluish Flames is Musketeer.
Yeah.
Like, for example, this... the grade 2, actually no, not here. The grade 2 Salt.
Yeah.
You want to put this back in deck as often as possible. If you ride this in grade 2, this is the only way you can get it back out, the Soul Blast. And then you can Legion it back in later. That, and also it's not limited to once a turn. So it's been really, really helpful.
Yeah, dude, it just gives you a feel back.
Yeah, definitely.
Really good against Garrett Chronicle too. It's really good against Garrett Chronicle too.
Yeah, good against Garrett Chronicle. Good against Destruction decks, especially. Narukami, Kagero. This deck has a really good matchup. This is really good. And then the last grade 3, I have to play for my baby Vera.
Yeah.
I never thought I would ever like anything more than Cecilia, and this card came, and she is the other reason why power is not a problem with Musketeers anymore. The fact that on Legion, she gives +3 to everything is amazing.
Oh man, dude, the columns.
So this, with her Legion mate, and a Mirka in the back gives you like 38k like 38k
mid lane
attack mid lane, and then the rears are hitting constantly like over 20s.
Yeah.
So this My old build, I used to tech 2 Sephiroth late game just so I can power up everything, so I can actually have columns.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't have to tech anything anymore because this card does everything that Sephiroth does and better.
And if you can like Legion multiple times in a row, it gets unbearable, dude.
When I stream Legions, it's like you have to push. I'm pushing so much guard, which is amazing.
Yeah.
And I play this over the other Legion just because the other Legion doesn't do much for you. It's a very lackluster Legion. Like the plussing on the field is cool. However, this card not only gives you +1 power, it also does what Cecilia does too, pop a rear guard for free and look at the top 5 in Superior Call. So this not only gives you the power boost, it also helps you clean field, which is what you want. And honestly, the synergy with this deck is amazing. And I'll do a little quick, I guess, about the strides.
Did you stride much?
Honestly, with this deck, no. You barely ever have to. The cool thing about Musketeers is that this deck is so aggro early game, mainly because of the size 2s. By size 2, by turn 2, you can ride any of these. If you get these, you're filling up fields so fast that you can one or two of these, and maybe a Rebecca, you have a full field. And you're rushing down at that point, and if you get stands or crits or anything, you put them at high damage so quick that literally by turn 3, by grade 3, you're literally just like poking at them.
Yeah, dude, it feels like you're playing against Aqua Force.
Yeah, but way earlier. Like the rush down is like stupid early. By late game, you're still pushing, and you still have the numbers offensively. And with the Legion, it helps you defensively because Saul can help you draw cards.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But the best thing about the deck is that it's literally your aggro early on. Like turn 2 is like your strongest turn, and then literally you're just like, let me kill you now with just one attack. Just give me one attack. Usually you only are trying to tack on 1 or 2 more damage by turn 3. Let's see, it strides. And because Legion and the Legion and Elvira work so well together, you barely ever have to go into these. But if you do, which a few of these have won me games. This first card actually won my first game in Springfest to the Arboreas. Basically, I think what it does is on a hit, if it hits your Vanguard, you get to search your deck for a copy of any rear guard and call it onto the field and it gets +2. And this actually gave me the number just enough to beat the Gear Chronicle player turn 1. Very nice. And ended up giving me a Mirka, and she became an 11K booster, which is really good. So I have Blizza. Honestly, this is going to get taken out for any of my other strides. I've never went to him. I thought like maybe if I stride enough, he'd be good late game. But after realizing in Springfest how much I did not have to stride, this card is probably not so relevant in the deck at all.
I mean, it's good to just run, you know.
I could probably, honestly, like, just for something that I can actually go into, I could probably play Atmos.
Yeah.
The Counterblast one plus 10k, or even another one of these, because this is they don't want to help. They don't want to see my field grow.
Yeah, and you know what? This card you need to be striding a lot, right? So if you play Atmos, that's cool too. You know. Yeah, Atmos would be more effective.
Atmos or another Arborea. Yeah. Especially because Atmos, the skill is live. Yeah. Like if I did it first turn, so I don't have to wait till late game for like this card to be effective. The next stride, I play 1 Primavera. Mainly a tech card, and its skills: Counterblast 3, 5 normal units in a drop zone, put them back on top of the deck, and pinch a card to, when it attacks a Vanguard, choose up to 2 of your rear guards, and search your deck for up to 2 of the same name as each. Oh, wow. Separate. This is kind of like if you have the Counterblast, fill your field type thing. But because the cost is so high and your Counterblast, you'll slowly be using it and going in and out of it from your other Musketeers. You won't be doing as much. So 1, maybe 2 at max, but 1 has been working out pretty well.
Yeah, definitely.
And then the All-Star card, which I love this card. 4 Jingle Dragons.
Oh, Jingle Flower.
This card is so good.
It's the Christmas tree card, dude.
The Christmas tree card, man, he's so cool. The fact that you can take a unit, because like this deck can make a perfect, it can make a perfect field really easily. Because you're constantly choosing from 4 or 5 cards, like a roulette.
Yeah.
Let's say you have like 3 Miracles in the back. All your field, every unit gets +6 on the stride. And what's cool about it is it's kind of like another Vera. So if I don't Vera, and I'm striding a lot because I just don't run into Vera, this is kind of like my backup Veras.
Yeah, definitely.
So instead of everything getting +3, like it's just +2 for whatever rear guard and how many copies of it. I only went into this one time, and I was really thankful that I did. But I know maidens can utilize this a lot more because they stride more. But this is kind of like your because the main deck is it's so cohesive. Just for some odd reason, if you can't get going on an offensive front, this is like your backup Veras, honestly.
Okay. All right, so that's it for the deck profile. Thanks, Jimmel. Thanks for the deck list. Hope you have more success with you and Nectar in the future.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, we'll see you guys later.